Hello and welcome back to Everybody Hates Barney. And, well, there's Segeron here. As we saw at the end of the previous episode, he's just kind of milling about. And we're gonna take him apart a little bit. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. He's just standing there, so we might as well take it upon ourselves to teach him a lesson. To say, this is where you're not allowed to be, sir. In the middle of nowhere. You know, because the middle of nowhere is, of course, Barney's domain. That is his territory, his property, shall we say. And anyone going into his property, into his territory, is going to indeed end up becoming, you guessed it, food for the engine. The engine of Barney. The engine of eating everyone and destroying them from the inside out and all that crazy stuff that we love. Yes, that all makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And if you understood that, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you have a big brain. Forward! Yes, you have a much larger brain than me. Because I didn't understand any of it. Anyway, we are going to make sure that we have our archers in a good position here, because obviously last time my archers were a little bit less useful. But they were still good, you know, not too bad, not too bad. But I do have to be a little bit careful about my own vitality. I don't really want to get myself killed, if I can help it. There we go, kill that guy's horse. Not really going to do much, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping to kill him, but alright, there we go. Oh, I'll trade that. Yes, I'll trade that. I'm happy to take out the elite cataphract instead of the banner carrier. Not a big fan of either of them, but I'm happy to actually just do that. I don't even know why I was about to say Happle, but yeah, sure, fine. You know, I'm happy to do that. Yeah, indeed. Not too bad, not too bad. And there's another elite cataphract here. I wouldn't mind eliminating this guy, but he has a shield on his back. Ah, never mind. He's actually switched. Okay. I always find it super funny when that happens. And can I take him out? Nope. He's switched to his polearm now? Why did he switch to his polearm? I have no idea. If he had stayed with his shield, he would not have died. But, who am I to say, right? Who am I to say? I am surely not a genius tactician in any way. So I'm literally just going to chalk it up to the fact that he thought he was completely safe. You know, he thought he had it all in the bag. And I actually hit Segeron himself and took him off his mount. That's pretty cool. And I now headshot him. What? Oh, that's so funny. Alright, I certainly wasn't expecting to do that, but okay, thank you very much. Okay, we're certainly not wanting to go into the area here. That's pretty bad. I'm just gonna tell my infantry, cavalry, whatever, just to charge in now. There is no point in us holding back any further. I will actually try to eliminate the archers though myself, because the archers are going to be the most annoying for our people to deal with. And wow, okay, yeah, Segeron has insane perks. As you can see, this guy literally took 116 damage hit and he's still alive. That just goes to show that in general, it's probably an idea, and this is obviously something maybe to think about in the future for maybe some of you that are gonna maybe choose on a character build, because obviously there are a number of different character builds that you can go for, different character archetypes. You can play the medic, scout, you can play an engineer, intelligence-based character if you want to. You can play a cunning-based character like we're kind of doing here with our roguery skill. Or you can play just a straight-up warrior that focuses on a little bit more leadership and just focuses on being good at every single weapon type. Or anything in between, to be honest. There's so many different ways that you can play the game. However, one thing to realize is that a lot of the perks are going to be really interesting to use for specific reasons, and mostly the HP increasing ones. The HP increasing ones are actually kind of surprising at times, because you think to yourself, oh yeah, the HP increasing ones, you know, for example, I am guilty of this. Okay, I'll be the first one to tell you, I am guilty of this. I have thought multiple times over the years that, you know, a particular perk is basically useless, yeah? Like, for example, I actually used to think, and now this is going to be really, really funny, I used to think preventive medicine was basically useless, right? Because I thought to myself, oh, okay, you know, 30% recovery of lost hit points after each battle, that's pretty good, right? I mean, obviously we know now, you know, because of experience, because of using it, you know, over the years, that this is far and away so much better than self-medication. Because this just increases your healing rate, which is still good, don't get me wrong. Both of these perks are actually really good, because if you want more combat movement speed, this is the way to go. However, the ability to regain hit points is just amazing. And here's the thing. You gain +5 hit points from this, right? +5 hit points, really, really good. But then you have a number of other perks. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to find these, because I don't remember every single perk off by heart. But there are a lot of perks that are going to provide your own troops with significant gains. I think it's in one-handed. Is it in one-handed or is it in somewhere else? There we go. So unwavering defense, plus 10 hit points to infantry in your party. And I'm pretty sure that also applies to archers. I know it just says infantry, but I think that infantry is encapsulating archers as well, because I don't think there is a perk that increases archer HP. I don't think so. So basically anyone that isn't on a mount is counted as infantry according to Bannerlord. Okay? So in other words, every single thing that says increases HP to infantry, increases HP to your troops, increases HP in general to, you know, your army or the people that you're in command of if you're a captain. All these things are going to be culminating to create something amazing. And this is the reason why, personally for me, if you're actually going to be playing the game for the first time, I would highly recommend playing as a medic slash steward slash kind of a commanderish role that has one-handed shield and then crossbow and bolts, maybe thrown weapons as well. I don't know. I personally love thrown weapons, but obviously it's a bit of a, yeah, it depends. Some people don't like them, some people do, but I personally love them. But the main reason why I suggest playing a medicine build, if you're going to go into the late game, is this. +1 hit point to troops for every skill point above 250. Now, leveling up medicine is really, really easy once you get Doctor's Oath. Okay, because as soon as you get Doctor's Oath, which is at 75 skill, medicine is just going to become a breeze. And you get that as well as unwavering defense. You get 25 increased HP from medicine skill being 275. You get +10 hit points to infantry from this, which is another 35. So that's 35 total HP. And then you also have, I think there's something else that increases HP somewhere else, but I can't remember where it is. But there is something somewhere that does that. Alright, so I thought I would just take a brief look at some of the perk trees just to see where I was actually missing the last one, and it's actually here in the athletics tree. Now, usually I shy away from getting well built, but it's actually not a bad perk. It's just something that I prefer not to take because I like to get movement speed for my own character, because I feel so slow if I don't get some form of movement speed. But obviously, sometimes that doesn't even matter because you're on a horse, so you may as well just go for well built. And this is what I would recommend to newer players as well. Just go for well built, because you're going to get that +5 hit points to foot troops in your party, +5 hit points to yourself, and then as a result with this as well, you're going to get +5 hit points to yourself once again, so you have +10 total HP already. And then there's going to be a huge amount of other things that you can get. For example, unwavering defense, that also gives you +5 HP. So you're going to be getting +15 HP total for your own character. I've been talking way too long about these perks, but I felt like it was kind of important just to kind of highlight how effective it can be to go for a build that actually prioritizes unit HP over a lot of other things. I'm going to sell this guy just so that I can get a little bit of extra experience. Well, yeah, extra experience for roguery skill, of course, but extra money, actually. That's what I was kind of hoping for right there. Anyway, let's just get all these guys out of the way. Let's just sell all of this. We got 10,000 gold coming our way, which is actually very nice. And we are going to continue running around. Now, what we're going to have to do, and I think I'm going to have to go, maybe, let me see. I actually want to get some noble troops. I'm not sure whether we're going to have the ability to do that. These guys are going to obviously fight me. Yes, they are. I'm just going to auto-resolve this because I want to get out of there as soon as possible. I don't want to take any of these militia. I'm going to take the loot, however, and then they're going to be giving me some Imperial recruits. Then we're going to move on, and I'm very quickly going to go over to the other village in the area. 115 in roguery now. That's pretty nice. Then we can also level up these guys across the board. Very nice indeed. And we could take a hostile action, do this once again, and boom, we can do this again. And I'm not going to take any prisoners once more, and we're just going to take the loot, and then we're going to be getting another 10 Imperial recruits. Now, the main reason why I'm actually just getting these recruits is, well, pretty clear. We do want to obviously become super proficient with a larger-ish army, so that I may, in fact, be able to do some really cool things. And wow, these guys just gave up. Okay, that's pretty fantastic. I'm very pleased that they decided to do that. They had barely any infantry at all in the village itself, so I don't blame them whatsoever. However, let's now go into a caravan fight, because we have enough people now to go into a caravan fight and actually get our people leveled up. I want to get them leveled up as fast as possible, so we are literally just going to auto-resolve and get them out of there, and that's it. Look at that. Super nice and quick, and look at how many level ups we've just gained. So many. 7 and 3, so we got 10 total level ups, and I'm actually going to start leveling these Imperial recruits into infantry, because we have none, right? We have a very small infantry force. So we're going to start getting infantry here. We're going to get the Battanians into infantry as well, because I don't actually have noble units, and that's also a reason why I do want to level up my leadership skill. Who's this guy? Does he actually want to fight me? Okay, kind of interesting that he wants to fight. I don't know why he would want to, actually, all things considered. He's looking to be quite a lot weaker than we are, but maybe he's, I don't know, maybe he's just misjudging how much strength he has. But we're going to go in against this caravan now as well. Bear in mind that I am indeed looting quite a lot from these, and I am now slowed quite a bit. So I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to catch up with this. As you can see, this thing moves much quicker than I do. Yeah, we might not be able to catch them. My prisoners are not even slowing me down that much. I think I'm being slowed mostly by the fact that this caravan is just really fast. That's pretty much what it's coming down to here, but we're going to attack them once again. We're going to get some more roguery skill here, and I wouldn't mind actually taking some of these guys prisoner, and that's it, because we have space, right? We have space, and that's all we really needed. So now I'm going to go back to the rebel town, because amazingly, it is still a rebel town. I'm actually very surprised that it has not yet been taken back. Alright, so we're just going to sell absolutely everything that we have here. I don't really see the point in keeping anything, so to speak, because we are literally getting, look at that, 21,000. Actually kind of insane. And we're also going to be selling some of our food as well, because we have way too much of it. Let's get rid of our iron ore, our flax, our clay. We don't need any of these things, of course. And close shields, decrease range damage taken. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that, so that's absolutely fine. We're just going to sell all of this. I want to make sure that we don't go, you know, over encumbered for any reason or another. And we're just going to get rid of that. The velvet, the tools, and look at that, 27,000. Actually really good. And we're starting to get to a point now, and this is a thing. We're starting to get to a point where I'm actually going to have a look here, where we may even be able to just continuously attack enemy vassals and or just level up on caravans. And I think that may in fact be the way to go. Now, someone actually did suggest that we would technically be able to recruit mercenaries. And I think that may be an idea, actually. That may be an idea because, well, I mean, they're mercenaries, you know, they're for hire for the highest bidder, and we do indeed have quite a lot of money right now. So I'm thinking, shall we try it out? Okay, fine. Let's try it out. Because technically we don't really do this that often. We are not really... Oh, wait a minute. Am I over the limit? Oh, I am actually over the limit. That's not very good, is it? No, that's not very good at all. Alright, I'm going to have to get rid of someone then. Just get rid of one of these guys. There we have it. And we're just going to go in against one of these... who's slower? Yeah, this guy is actually slower. He's got a lot of supplies. Vipon is really, really close by. I'm not a big fan of Vipon being that close, and I have a feeling that he's probably going to catch up to us. Don't you think? I'm not going to take any prisoners this time, because I'm actually thinking he may in fact catch us. Oh, no, he's just going to recruit from the village. Now he's chasing us. Okay, so he's wasted a little bit of time, and he's now in the forest, which means that I have the advantage, and I should now be able to get away. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that worked. That worked. It was a bit close, I gotta say. I must admit. That was a little bit close. Not something that we really want a chance, because Vipon is one of the most powerful vassals that particular faction has available, and we do not want to get into a battle with him. Not right now, at least. I would love to be able to a little bit later, but as it stands right now, it is going to be foolish to do so. Unless we can get him somewhat weakened in some way or another. Let's actually see, do they have any additional horses? They do. Can I actually increase my speed now, or... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure whether that is actually going to increase our speed at all or not. But we are doing pretty nicely in regards to our troop size at the moment. Our army size is really, really good. So let's see. I've got 50 tactics. Generally, tactics I am not a big fan of, but there is a very, very good perk in the form of Swift Regroup. In my opinion, this is really, really good. If you are wanting to be kind of like a raiding character like we are, or if you're going to do a bunch of sieges and you're really worried about getting caught, this is a great way to go. Also, it does minimize the amount of troops that you lose when you leave behind some people when escaping from a battle. The only problem, and this is obviously a big deal here, right? The only problem with Swift Regroup is that it is, and this is where I would change it. If I was a developer for Bannerlord and I was in charge of dealing where perks are and everything, I would make Swift Regroup a very early perk. I'd probably make it be either a 25 or a 50 level perk, just purely because you're most likely going to be doing that stuff in the early game. You know, like, you're going to be doing a raid in the early game, most likely. You're going to be trying to escape from people and leaving troops behind in the early game. In the late game, you don't really do that much. And if you do it, then I feel like the punishment is kind of acceptable at that point. Because you yourself have gotten yourself into a bit of a sticky situation, and if you have to pay in regards to the amount of troops that, you know, you're going to lose, then so be it, right? At least that's from my perspective. I don't know how you feel about it, but in general, I think that that's a bit fairer, shall we say, because I feel like the way it is at the moment, I do not want to get close to this. Yeah. I feel like the way it is at the moment, it makes it so that this perk is basically pointless because it is at 125. Because by the time you get there, because who's going to put points in tactics? I don't know. Some people might. I don't know. I have very rarely put points in tactics because there are just not that many perks here that are super, super powerful. And the last point, as you can see, is literally a perk that buffs your auto-resolve, which I guess is good to a certain degree. I mean, yeah, you can actually do some pretty cool things if you do this, because As you can see here, 0.5% damage for every skill point above 200 tactic skill. So you're generally getting, you know, 32.5. Is it 32.5? Are you getting 32.5? Yeah, probably something like that. 32.5% increased damage. You know, because obviously it's 75 halved, right? So yeah, maths is not my strong point, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to take decisive battle. This basically makes no difference to me whatsoever, but I'm just going to be taking one that I think is going to be more useful to us. And we're probably, yeah, we're going to be taking foragers, as I said before, minus 15% disorganized state duration. This is going to make us absolutely uncatchable, he says, shortly before getting captured. What'd you bet? That would be very funny, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay, so we've got this guy following us right now, and I got to be a little bit careful here. Where is, you know what I'm going to say now. Where's that guy? Where's that guy that actually preyed upon us outside of that town that I swore we would execute? Yes, that's the guy that I want to try to find. Because I actually think that maybe we could handle him now. What do you bet? Do you think we could handle him? I actually don't know. It feels a bit unlikely, maybe. But maybe not, you know? Maybe I would actually be able to handle him. It would be pretty cool if we could. Let's see. Let's see where he is. He's not dead yet. Alright. Jalmaris. Jalmaris. Okay. Where is that? That's all the way down here. Okay. After this, we are going to go and we're going to try and find him. And we will try, if we can, to separate his head from his shoulders. And that's what we're going to try. And now, hopefully, I will not die here, because that would be hilarious, wouldn't it? That would be absolutely hilarious. Okay, so let's just kill this. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, let's just miss with our wonderful javelins. Multiple times. That's what we do. I'm trying some very, very risky shots here, and certainly not shots that I feel like I'm going to hit, so I should probably just do some shots that I'm actually going to hit to make sure that we actually get some value out of our thrown weapons. But I really do want to kill high value targets if I can, because these enemy cavalry are indeed the most high value that you can get. So it would be nice if I could actually... Oh, are you serious? Wow, I am... What is actually going on with this particular battle? Not doing a very good job this time, am I? Yeah, usually I'm much better with the thrown weapons, but this time around, not so much. Ah, there we go. We knocked him off his mount, so that's pretty decent. Nice, we killed that guy too. And bear in mind, we do need to get to... What is it now? 250, right? Yeah, I think we need to get to 250 with our thrown weapons. And there we go. He's off his mount as well. And there we have it. Nice. Alright. Yeah, I think we got some good value, but I have 22 shots. I should really be a lot more effective with these things than I have been in this particular fight. But I think the low light is actually causing me some issues, because I don't have very good low light vision, so I probably should not fight at night, to be honest. That's probably not the best idea. Anyway, I'm going to take those guys because they're going to sell for a decent amount. Oh, we got some really good horses. Did you see that? We got some Palmatians. Yeah, these are noble mounts. These are literally noble mounts. We could sell these for an insane amount, or we could give them to, well, not to our companions, because they actually don't ride horses, but we could give them to someone. I don't even need them for my people any further, because they actually don't need horses, hilariously enough. So, yeah, that's a bit funny, isn't it? Anyway, we are now in a situation where we may, in fact, be able to eliminate our mortal nemesis. And once we've done that, well, then I have no idea what to really say to you, because, well, I'm going to be very pleased, but it's just a case of actually having the ability to do it. Because we have 84 troops. 84 troops. I'm not sure if we have the strength to do it. Do we have anyone here that's moving really, really slowly? 4.6, 4.4. Nope. Nope. Won't be able to take on any of these caravans. I kind of want to take on many more caravans, but I don't have the... there's Sejuron limping around with 21 people. But yeah, I don't have the speed at the moment. Which kind of makes me want to go and see whether I can buy some horses from these villages, which just so happen to be right next to Jean Maris, which is actually perfect. So, pretty happy with this. And I'm going to find where our mortal nemesis is in just a moment. Okay, so let's have a look. So I would like to buy some of these. And let's see if I increase my speed by doing this. Doesn't seem like I'm increasing speed. But I could just be not seeing the change because it doesn't give you a super detailed readout, unfortunately, on this particular menu. Aha, these guys really do not like us, so they are definitely wanting to stop me from hunting down our target. And thankfully they are super slow, but I won't be able to go into that one village, so I'll go into this one instead. And let's have a look. Okay, buy this one, and let's see. Is it actually going to decrease my speed? No. No, it seems to be not really doing much to it, actually. Yeah, I mean, look. If we have a look here, footmen on horses, yeah? Plus 0.64, right? Plus 0.64. So if I get rid of some of the Midlands palfreys, and then I'm just doing this for science, okay? And we lost speed, as you can see, pretty clearly. So as soon as we do this, okay. Yeah, that's basically it. So that's the maximum that we can gain from that, mostly because I assume everyone else is on a mount. So, yeah. Alright, okay. I was kind of hoping for a bit more speed than that, but I guess we are actually pretty quick. But unfortunately for me, the caravans in and around this area are just much faster. So that's a little bit problematic. But thankfully I should be able to catch up with this horse trader. Maybe? Am I? No. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Okay. Gonna have to give that up then. This guy, 2,000. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And now where is he now? He's at Ortisia now. Okay. Fine. That's okay. At least we now know which direction he's gone in. And we can kind of sneak around. Hopefully I'm not going to get stopped by anyone. Does this guy want to fight? Yeah, he does. Anyone here? There is. Okay, no, that's fine. Tynops is here. That's okay. He's not going to really bother with us. As you can see, he's way too slow anyway. There's no way he's going to catch us. And where is he now? He's still at Ortisia. Okay. Good to know. Don't misclick now. You saw that, right? You saw I almost misclicked. That would be pretty awful. Okay, here we go. There's a lot of people in this area. Okay. Yeah, those guys with the 33. Okay, so last seen at Ortisia. He is not in there. He is not in there. So where is he then? That's the question. Let's get some of these guys to join us. And I have actually leveled up. Okay, what do I want to do? Well, Steward skill is probably the name of the game here, actually. I don't really want to, but I feel like this is pretty much the only thing I can take. Because leadership, I do need to get 150 in this. But I think I should be able to get to 150 even with 4 focus points. And if not, then I can just level up again. It is going to, help me to level up quite a bit if I have Steward skill actually leveling. So, why not? Let's just do that. And I don't know where this guy actually is. So I will go into a village just to update the encyclopedia, because that's how you update it. And he's still at Ortisia. Interesting. Huh. Okay, that makes me a little bit suspicious. Yeah, I'm wondering whether he's doing that on purpose. Because if he is kind of staying around here, then he knows that we're after him, you see. That's the point. He must know that we're after him. Because otherwise, he would be running all over the place, right? Surely. Surely that's what he would do. Okay, I'm going to try to catch up to this guy. Nope, never mind. I will not do that. Got a lot of people in this area. Okay, let's try and catch up to this guy. No, they're all moving much too fast. Yeah, there's Gyarios as well. We want to be very careful here, because I do not want to get myself embroiled in a battle against Gyarios himself. He has Imperial Legionaries and a bunch of other random troops that are not actually that high level, but he has over 240 people, so we don't really want to deal with that. However, I still cannot find our quarry. Where is he? I'm very surprised, actually, right now. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to be careful here. We're going to have to go in a very roundabout situation to find a way out of here. I'd like to fight Saratus, actually. Alright, so we're actually in a proper battle here, and you guessed it, we're actually fighting Segeron again. I'm not entirely sure why he has decided to stick around here once more, but I can only assume that that is because he has a village nearby or something like that, or maybe he's just assigned himself this patrol route. I actually wouldn't be able to tell you. But it's okay, because we're actually fine. We've got a really, really nice balanced army right now. The only thing that we're kind of lacking on a little bit is mobility. And that was very much on purpose. I don't actually have a huge amount of horse archers. And that's obviously, you know, just because I consciously decided not to get horse archers in favor of getting heavy cavalry. So I'm pretty happy with this. And I quite like our army composition at the moment, because we do have a lot of infantry, we have a lot of archers, and we have a lot of cavalry. So it's basically just like an even split, pretty much, as you can see right here. We got 29 infantry, 34 archers, and 20 cavalry. Well, 24 cavalry if you include the horse archers as well. So pretty nice, in my opinion. And now let's see what. For some reason, our opponent is just kind of standing here and isn't really doing too much. Let's see if we can actually snipe him. In the neck. Wow. He basically decided, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna get sniped. That's what he decided right there. And who can blame him? I mean, really, it's an honor, you know, to get penetrated by Barney. I mean, he has very long, you know, I mean, come on. Look at his javelin. It's massive. I mean, you wouldn't want to be penetrated by that? Come on now. Really. Everyone wants to be, right? Anyway, hopefully our archers will actually do something here, because obviously we've moved pretty fast down here, and now that the leader is dead, they might actually just decide to charge in. So that might be bad. But I'm going to use this opportunity to try and get some really, really weird thrown weapon shots off, because I don't know whether you know this, but if you do really weird far away like sideways shots into the opponent as you're traveling like this, for example, if you do that and you actually get a hit, you're gonna almost certainly gain you know, skill points with whatever ranged attack you're doing, because they count it as a high shot difficulty. And generally, shot difficulty isn't even, as far as I'm aware, it's not even really calculated anymore. It doesn't really tell you what your shot difficulty was anymore. But it used to do that in Warband, and I think that they've just put it under the hood now. So it's kind of like a stat that you don't see, but it's still there. And basically, it just means that the harder the shot, the more likely you are to gain skill from it. That's pretty much how I've understood it over the years, you know, all that stuff. Anyway, 7.7 renown, not bad, and I'm actually wondering whether I should let this guy go, because I don't really need, I mean, that's the funny thing. I'm kind of wondering, how much cash do I actually need? That's the question. Because we are eventually going to need to capture something, right? We need to capture something eventually, and this is all leading to that, right? Every single action we take right now is leading, and this is a very nice chess piece, thank you very much. Every single action we take is leading to our eventual rise to capturing a town and creating our own faction. However, obviously, as you might expect, creating your own faction, you know, everyone's going to be at war against us. Maybe we'll make that the ultimate goal. Maybe that will be the ultimate goal for this series, where we, you know, finally take a town and we create our own faction. That could be our ultimate goal for this. And that might make sense, because after that, it just turns kind of into standard, you know, standard sort of Bannerlord goals, and, you know, doing a bunch of running around and fighting vassals and sieges and so on and so forth. But anyway, let's actually see what we can do here. Rumor network and or village network. Well, both of these are okay. They're not great. I'll take village network, I think, because trade penalty is what I'm mostly doing. So, I mean, trade penalty with villages is what I'm mostly doing, but it says only with your own culture, and we're a Britannian culture. So, I'm not really trading with Britannian villages that much, so just bear that in mind. Anyway, how close are we to the next? Ah, look at that. I'm actually almost clan tier 3, which is fantastic. That means I'm going to be able to convert almost all the prisoners that I have in my army, because they're actually all converted. I don't know whether I've showed you that, but as you can see, look at this. There's a huge amount of them that are converted. These are the new ones that haven't done anything yet, but they're all converted. And I'm just going to get some more cavalry here. Going to get some Manavliatons, these guys. Britannian scouts, what do they become? Britannian horsemen. I don't know about that. Sure, fine, why not? Let's try them out, see if they're any good. I don't know, I don't really use Britannian cavalry. Usually the best way to use Britannians is just to recruit a bunch of their nobles and then just make them into Britannian Fian champions, but I haven't had the opportunity to do that, of course, because I don't have the ability to recruit normally. So, that's obviously an issue. Now, I'm actually just going to see here, where is the guy? Because I'm still looking for him, by the way. I'm still looking for him. He's last seen at Ortisia. It still says that. But he's not a part of these armies. And he's not in the... I have to be super careful here, by the way. I could very easily be killed. He's not in the prison. He's not in the prison, as you could see. Look at that. He's not there. So I'm actually very perplexed as to what's going on. Is this guy way too hard for us? Maybe. We don't really want to do that, I think. I'm actually running myself into a dead end. That's really bad. Don't do that. Thank you. Okay, who's this guy? Is he actually wanting to fight us? Vipon is over here as well. He's being a little bit of a cheeky individual. And I wouldn't mind... I wouldn't have minded fighting that Azarai vassal, actually. That would have been pretty fun. Ah, Saratus is here still. Okay. Shall we... you know what? I wanted to fight him, but I think that... Garios. Literally, Garios is the guy that wants to fight us. Okay, yeah. He's the one that's pursuing us across all the land. And I'm not entirely sure why he wants to do that, but... yeah, I would personally prefer if he wouldn't. That would be nice. Okay, let's fight. Oh, now you don't want to fight, huh? Now you don't want to fight. Oh, now you do. Okay, now you got some backup. Yeah, I see what kind of guy you are, sir. Yes. Yes. Okay, so let's do this. 99 versus 84. A bit worried about this, actually, because he does have some cataphracts. He has... ooh, he actually has 6 elite cataphracts and 5 regular ones. Okay, yeah. This is actually going to be kind of difficult, and I may, in fact, lose. I think we might, in fact, have a huge problem here. Okay, I'm just going to move my infantry over here, move my archers here, the cavalry can go over here, and we're actually going to be we're just going to be changing them right now. I'm just going to put them into a loose formation right here, put these guys into a shield wall, and then we're going to have... I don't even know what to really do with the horse archers, because horse archers are a bit of a mixed bag for me, because sometimes they do absolutely amazing, magical, miracle things, and other times they are just, well, not very good. So yeah, it depends. They used to be really amazing. I mean, someone actually did say that horse archers are still really, really good, the higher level ones. But I'm kind of hoping that they're going to be good here. So let's see what they can actually do. So I'm going to tell them to charge in instantaneously. And I'm going to have them and myself be kind of like a little skirmish force here as I run into a tree immediately. And it's obviously perfect. That is obviously everything that we desire. Okay, don't get killed, don't get killed. That was a little bit risky right there. Nice. Nice. Caravan guard. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want to kill the caravan guards. We want to kill something a little bit more high value, please. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Ooh, that was a close one. Alright. Well, my archers are doing a pretty decent job so far. Alright, so far it doesn't seem too bad. I was kind of hoping that we could bait the leader into attacking, but unfortunately he hasn't. He's been very, very disciplined about his actions in this battle. And I was very, very hoping that he would actually be a bit more aggressive. But I know the reason why he isn't, obviously. The reason why he isn't is because he is wanting to make sure that his morale stays high. Because if he gets eliminated, his force's morale is going to plummet really, really fast. And has he actually been killed? I actually don't even know. Did I miss that? Has he actually died and I just missed it or something? Anyway, we're just going to tell these guys to charge in, tell these guys to go over here. My archers are going to move into position. Hopefully they'll actually be able to do something. And let's just kill this guy if we can. No, I don't have a shield, bear that in mind. So I'm probably going to die here from an archer. Let's tell my cavalry to charge. I do not want to let the AI take over auto-delegate. Because whenever you get killed, auto-delegate takes over. And it's usually really bad. It's usually really, really bad. But let's just hope that they're actually going to do something relatively good here, and they're going to kind of follow in my footsteps about what I was attempting to do, because obviously I was attempting to basically just go all in now. That's all I wanted to go for. So hopefully they're going to be able to do that. Hopefully they're going to be able to interrupt all of these archers and prevent them from dealing any damage to us. I'm going to zoom things ahead here, and I think we should be fine. It seems as though they're not really able to do much. Yeah, he was still alive. Look at that. Did you see that? The enemy lord was still alive. He literally just died a couple of kills before the very end. Super surprising there. But there you go. We ended up losing 7. Only 7 troops. How many? Wow. Okay, we lost a Vlandian Vanguard, Sea Raider Chief, Mounted Ransacker, and then a handful of others, but nothing too dramatic. Actually very surprised. And that, wow, that was a pretty, shall we say, risky battle to level up to the next clan tier. Gotta say that. Anyway, I'm going to be taking these guys prisoner, as you might expect. And then we are literally just going to be converting all of these over to us. And we're going to be taking every one of the prisoners that we can, at least. And then we're going to be getting out of here. Alright, good amounts of loot. Massive amounts of really, really good loot, actually. I mean, obviously, roguery skill is crazy good, as you know. It's one of those perks that, you know, is just kind of underrated in that regard. I mean, maybe it's not underrated anymore, but it used to be. And it's so much more powerful than you might think. Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's try to escape a little bit. Yes, try to escape. And we'll go back to the rebel town. Funnily enough, the rebel town has literally been not really so much of a lifesaver, because it's actually quite funny. The only thing that it really does for me is just save me some time, because at the moment I then have the ability to pretty much just go here, sell everything that I want to sell, and then get out of there, and that's it. That's pretty much what I'm using it for. Everything else is kind of just a bonus, because otherwise I'd have to go to 34 different villages, you see? Because if you equate the amount of money that I'm selling here to the amount of money that I would actually be selling in individual villages, because obviously villages have about 1,000 gold in raw money, and it would take me, you know, well, technically it would take me 35 villages to sell absolutely every single thing, but I highly doubt I would actually do that, because I don't like that kind of busy work. But the fact is, it really makes things much, much easier for us, just from that perspective, you know, so we don't have to do as much micromanagement. Anyway, we're just going to get rid of these guys. As you can see, we're already getting 9,300, which is incredible. And then we're going to be selling everyone else here. Sell these guys. Armed traders, don't really care about those. And there we have it. And look at that. That actually did give me a skill point, surprisingly enough. And who's this guy? Okay, he's a scout. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that companion's not going to be too useful for us right there. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.